And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Here's my segment of the night. It's very common for people to hold on to keepsakes of loved ones who have died. But what about this one? Get ready for this. What about keeping their skin after they have died? Sounds like something straight out of Silence of the Lambs, some horrible movie. But a father and son have made a business off that concept. They actually preserve tattoos from dead people. They told me if you saw their work for yourself, you probably mistake it for a common piece of art.
Yeah, so basically our company specializes in post-mortem tattoo preservation. So when you have a loved one that passes away, we have the tattoo surgically excised, preserved, and put into archival framing as a memorial keepsake. So that's kind of what we do in a nutshell.
Wow. So is there a demand out there for that?
Yeah,
There definitely
is
is.
Definitely a demand out there for it, and it's only growing as time goes on.
And you got to figure there's 50 million people in the United States that have tattoos, and each one means a tremendous amount to each individual, usually.
Well, and even if it doesn't have a meaning, some of the artistic quality that some of these artists are being able to produce right now is, modern day Michelangelo's of tattooing.
I totally agree with you on that. But the idea, so are you removing the tattoo with the skin? You're making a copy of the tattoo? Let's get specific here.
No, we are removing the actual tattoo so that when the family gets that back, they actually have a piece of their loved one. That actual tattoo that they were used to seeing daily is right there.
But with the skin also.
Yeah.
Correct.
But
right. we excise the tattoo.
Right. But in our process, once we're done with it, the skin ends up looking similar to parchment. So, it's not the kind of something you would see out of, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
And that's exactly what's going through my mind right now.
We know. So no, it doesn't look anything like that. Matter of fact, to be honest with you, you could walk past the tattoo that we've done and you wouldn't second guess it from just any other piece of art.
You would think it's an artwork.
Okay. And so where do the families keep it typically? Obviously, there's different ideas from different families, but what have you seen? What have you heard where the family will keep this?
Yeah, so what I've seen is, believe it or not, they keep it in their home, and they have like a little memorial or tribute area within their home kind of dedicated to their lost loved one.
And so where did you guys get the idea to start doing this?
Alcohol.
Blame it on the alcohol.
Doesn't
really?
Believes on the alcohol. A friend of mine was talking about wanting his tattoos preserved. He loved them. He spent tens of thousands of dollars. And us being morticians, we go out at nighttime, we get the usual mortician things, and all of a sudden this guy turned to me and said, hey, I would really like my tattoos taken off and preserved. So we thought about it and didn't think much of it. And I saw him a week later. And that week later, he says, well, what do you have for me? I said, what do you mean? He says, my tattoos. Have you thought about it? I go, I kind of did. I thought you were kidding, but you obviously weren't. So we had to come up with in the company, and we're the only ones that do this in the United States and the world. There's no other company that does this. And we needed to come up with a way to actually preserve tattoos. So what we came up with, and Kyle will tell you, we gave away free tummy tucks. And we had actually 7 women and 1 guy. And what they had to do to get a tummy tuck is they had to get 5 tattoos on their stomach, wait 2 months until they fully healed. And then 2 things happened. We got 5 tattoos. They got a free tummy tuck. They were happy. We were happy.
Win-win.
And win-win. And we got to experiment on those tattoos to figure out a process on how to preserve them.
Wow, wow, that's an incredible story. And so, do you guys get inquiries from all around the world or just in the United States?
All around the world. We just got one in from UK. We've done some work in Canada. Most notably, we did almost a full bodysuit out of Canada. Brazil, Mexico, you know, all
Australia.
over. Australia is big. All over. You know, I think it's a thing where tattoos at this point have become a universal language. And
so what are the logistics there? So do they have to send their loved one's body over? Do you go there? How does it work?
Well, so a couple different circumstances. Generally, for the smaller tattoos, the tattoos are excised and shipped to us. So we're not interfering with any funeral arrangements, anything like that. In the instance of like the Chris Wenzel, the full body suit, we flew out there just to supervise the recovery and make sure everything went up to our standards. So in most instances, in 99% of the instances, we'll say the skin is surgically excised at that location.
And we have funeral homes throughout the United States that work with us. And we also have the embalmers that we deal with. We compensate them for doing the work for the family. And, you know, we give them a video on how to actually do this, so what we have. And it's been working out real well with the funeral homes and the
feedback.
The feedback has been phenomenal. It really has.
I told you guys it was wild. Tattoo removal off of dead people. You can only get that here on The Factor.